Davis behind it. Adams has come up. You know, Arsenal can be so devastating with these dead ball situations. Davis floating it in, right with a header, and Arsenal have scored!
Well, almost an identical situation from the goal they scored against Torino, wasn't it? The Paris Saint-Germain defence have tried to step up on them because not only was Ian Wright unmarked, also Tony Adams had got in as well. You just felt there was a goal coming from Arsenal. I mean, they've been conceding unnecessary free kicks, and that's a lovely little glance. That's maybe a situation where the ground has actually helped him because it's got a very good skip off the ground there.
George, it's been going very well, so what have you been telling the players during the half-time break?
Well, it took us 15 minutes actually to sort it out because the movement from midfield is excellent, especially the boy Valdo. He pushes on to centre forward and then he drops off into midfield, goes all over the place, and it was difficult to pick him up after the first 15 minutes, but after that I thought we did quite well, and we looked dangerous. You know, John Jensen had a tremendous shot. We created, I don't think they're as strong as at the back as I first thought, but they are dangerous going forward. But we've just got to hang in there and show our nice resilience that we normally do. And there's no reason why we can't get another goal.
Flick on, and a great header there. And it's Ginola. Well, a near post header that has undone Arsenal, scored by Ginola from Valdo's corner.
I mean, you really cannot believe that Arsenal would be beaten by something like that. That once again shows the value of having a guy on both posts, though. You know, there's an argument, you don't defend your post. My argument against that is if the ball goes anywhere in the net from a corner, it would be near one of the unguarded posts. Guy on the near post cleans that one out.
George, what's your reaction to that result?
Yeah, good result, very good. I was a bit disappointed in both the period in the first 20 minutes. And in the second half, for another 20 minutes, they put a lot of pressure on us. And I thought we could have dealt with it better. We worked a lot on their near post corners. They really whipped the ball into near post. And we worked against it, and I was a bit disappointed we gave a goal away. But their goalkeeper actually made more important saves than David Seaman. I mean, Alan Smith, Ian Wright. I think if we can get their back four, they're not as good probably as I thought. But they're a good team.
And you were pretty incensed about the refereeing, not taking any names on the other side.
Well, you expect that in the continent, don't you? I mean, a biased referee, and we weren't letting down, were we?
Arsenal with that precious away goal a fortnight ago in Paris, so a win or a goalless draw would be enough for them tonight. Paris Saint-Germain have to score to stand any chance. Ray, how do you see it going tonight?
I think Arsenal are going to go through for me, Matt, but I think it's going to be a very, very tough evening for them.
Well, George Weah, the Liberian striker who scored for Paris against Real Madrid away, is dropped tonight, but not a bad replacement.
Yes, they've brought in Rai. He's played 46 times for Brazil and scored 12 goals. So it's not a bad replacement, and he's a player that is packed full of experience as well. This is going to be a tough whole night for the Arsenal.
Well, good evening to you from the commentary box. It's a dirty night here, but a night full of expectation. The rain has been pouring down since 5 o'clock. The teams where George Graham kept his Arsenal selection a secret until the last possible moment and then unveiled a side that showed an important change. Paul Merson has got a touch of flu and a bad throat. His place goes to Kevin Campbell. Ian Selly keeps his place in the midfield. So that's the Arsenal line-up tonight for this important second leg. Paris Saint-Germain, meantime, as we just wait for the kick-off, had to decide whether key defender Alain Roche had recovered sufficiently to play. He missed the first leg while he's playing, and they too have made an important change. The Liberian striker George Weah has been left out, and Brazil's captain Rai comes in. 3 Brazilians in their side now: Rai, Ricardo and Valdo. Referee Peter Mikkelsen, who's a World Cup referee from Denmark. A carnival atmosphere, as you've seen, with the red cards and the yellow cards being brandished around Highbury. Not too many red cards, we hope, tonight. As Arsenal fans get in the mood, they hope that will take them and their team to the final in Copenhagen. Smith, Dixon, looking to measure up across, gets one in. It's a goal there! It's Kevin Campbell! A super start for Arsenal.
What a magnificent ball from Lee Dixon. I mean, we talk about the quality of crossing. Look at this.
And the keeper caught out at the near post a little
Puts
bit
the
here.
goal.
Ron.
Kevin Campbell unmarked, picks the only spot that would have got him a goal. The keeper's very unlucky there, Lam. A great attempt, but a magnificent cross and a great finish there. Keeper may slightly have been anticipating a longer cross to Ian Wright over at the far post. Well, what a dream start that is for Arsenal.
Now Wright trying to get away from Politaire and from Roche, but Roche, who's just back from injury, goes down and, well, is this going to be a yellow card for Ian Wright? I think it is, and that would mean he's out of the final. If Arsenal go through, Wright doesn't want to look, but Peter Mikkelsen, the Danish referee, I think is going to show the yellow card to Ian Wright.
I must confess, I thought Ian Wright was a little bit hasty there. I think what he'll be saying there, Ian Wright, that he genuinely tried to hook the ball.
Look, you're on.
Yeah,
Shades of Paul Gascoigne in 1990.
Well, that's got to be the mental thing with him, hasn't it? He's got to get on with it, Brian, now.
Yeah, there are tears for Ian Wright. The yellow card means that if Arsenal were to get through to the final in 3 weeks' time in Copenhagen, then he won't be a part of it that night.
Arsenal are a goal to the good over Paris Saint-Germain and on course for the European Cup Winners Cup final, and they really couldn't have asked for a better start than what they got tonight.
No, absolutely fantastic, mate. After that little scare from Dave Seam with his throw-out, they settled down quite nicely and scored after 6 minutes. And I think overall in the first half they played the better football as well.
Well, Dixon, who's been in the press with his so-called slaying match with members of the French team, he must have been delighted with this cross.
Absolutely, it's an absolutely fantastic cross. We see it here, the ball gets laid out by Alan Smith. Lee comes onto it. I thought he was going to hit it in first time, but he actually takes an extra touch on the ball, pushes it forward, and Kevin Campbell, who's already been involved in the action, gets across the front of that near post. Ricardo doesn't pick him up. Lamar is poorly positioned, and there's the ball, it squeezes in at the near post. But it was a fantastic ball from Lee Dixon. He doesn't need to go past him, half a yard, whipped into the near post, and that's where loads of goals are scored, across that near post. And it really is a classic header from Kevin Campbell, but Lamar, I thought, was slightly out of position on that one.
The half ended on a bad note for Arsenal fans, with the booking for Ian Wright that means he'll miss the final should they reach it.
Yes, let's hope they do reach it. We see Roche actually dispossesses Ian down the right-hand side. Roche is looking to give the ball. He doesn't know where to go with the ball, and Ian makes a bit of a rash challenge. He's actually running back to his own goal with nowhere to go, and Ian dives in and catches him from the back. The saddest part of the actual episode for me is the way the French reacted towards Ian. I know there's going to be a slight reaction, but I felt they actually got him booked, and there we see the man is absolutely distraught. But there's only one thing he can do, Matt, and that's to score the second goal, which will take Arsenal to the final.
The last seconds. That's it again. The little chip in there. That time Adams was back. Keown in there as well. Selly getting it away, but not very far. Back it comes again. The whistle's gone. Arsenal go into the final, thanks to Kevin Campbell's goal in the first half, and a 2-1 victory on aggregate over Paris Saint-Germain. Let's go straight to hear from George Graham.
George, congratulations. I mean, you're through to the European Cup Winners Cup final, but wasn't it really hard work out there tonight?
Yeah, because they're a very good team, good passing team. I think the longer the game went on, the better we got. But I think at the last 10 minutes, the result was more important than the performance tonight. I thought, funnily enough, we played better in Paris than we did tonight, but we got the result, and that's the important thing.
And your defence hung on there because they were really pumping, Tony Adams in particular.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard work. As I say, they're an excellent team. So, I mean, all credit to us. All credit for us for getting a good result over there, a good performance. And tonight we finished it off. Not with the style we'd like to, but as I say, the important thing is to get through to the final.
Well, the only disappointment is Ian Wright, but what a good night for you. Well done, George.
Thank you very much.
Kevin, first of all, how's Ian Wright? Because the reports we're hearing is he's very, very distressed.
Yeah, he's in the dressing room, you know. He's inconsolable, really. I mean, he's tearful in there, and we all feel for him, really. I mean, I don't even think he really touched the player, but the player went down and he was booked, and now he's out the final, unfortunately.
Different emotion for you because Paul Merson was ill. You were brought straight into the first team and scored the vital goal.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate for Paul Merson, obviously, that he's not well, but gladly, you know, seemed the luck came my way today, and I just
Took
got
it well.
Well, I just got the touch, really, and you just hope there, and it squeezed in the post, which I'm very pleased about.
It was a terrific night, though, for the defence in terms of working, wasn't it? I mean, they were a good side.
Yeah, obviously PSG came here to show us what a good side they were, really, and they really tested us today. But, you know, Arsenal have got all the resolution and the resilience in the world, you know. We proved it again today and we came through. I mean, even having said that, you know, we got spurred on by our youth team, got a good result in Bradford yesterday, so, you know, we just pushed on out there and we got a good result.
Who do you fancy in the final, Benfica or Parma?
Well, it doesn't really matter now, does it? I mean, we're there, so we'll just watch it tomorrow and hopefully, you know, we'll just be happy whoever we get.
OK, well done, Kevin. It's the one trophy that George Graham hasn't won, a European one, so you've set him on his way now. Well done. Good, well done tonight.
Thank you very much.
George Graham on his way, but Ian Wright won't be going with him. It's a sad night.
It is a sad night for him, but that's just one of those things. Ian's made a bit of a rash old challenge and he's got himself booked and he won't be playing in the final. But Kevin spoke very well there. It was a great Arsenal performance. It's never easy playing in semi-finals. It's never a pretty game. But they've got all the qualities that's needed to reach finals, and they played an excellent side tonight, I think, in Paris Saint-Germain. But they've come out on top.
Check the watch. It was just over 90 minutes. It didn't feel like it towards the end.
No, it didn't. It seemed as if it was taking an age to get there. Now, we're all sitting in there hoping that the Arsenal can do it. But those minutes, they do tend to drag on. And, of course, we had that unfortunate incident with Nigel. So that was an extra couple of minutes we had to wait. But I think in the finish, they thoroughly deserved to do it.